great.
Yeah, that was.
I assumed that this was not what you expected when you came back today.
Well, I didn't expect anything because we had no ideas.
Oh,
So.
yeah. I didn't know you were coming. I was all surprised.
You didn't tell who was coming?
No.
Oh.
I just saw him putting on a cute
Surprise.
shirt, and then I
like
saw him
the way
take
he
his
like-
cute shirt to the thing, and I was like, oh, man, I
like
should
the way
change.
It lights up when he walks in and there's a woman sitting here.
Oh,
Just
It's better than looking at your mug.
Lights up. You just.
I do, man. I got all excited. I was like, ooh. The set looks good today.
Next time we'll have to do more woohoo spiritual.
Yeah. I thought that's why I was going to
Neuroscience.
switch.
I thought y'all were going
but
today, but
I
he got all
started there,
excited about Artemis.
But I was ready to but I couldn't get off of it. I'm sorry.
But no, you're passionate. It's fine.
Passionate, son. You heard that,
Shut
Shaka? You heard that, Shaka? Passionate.
Shut up.
Say it again. Say it again.
Passionate son.
Yeah. So we'll set some topics and really go on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really? Have some
Yeah.
topics. Huh?
Yeah. So we can go on. So we can get on our spiritual and our neuroscience and get this right.
Audrina wants to explore the finer nuances of interpersonal relationships.
Oh, yeah. Like self-identity stuff, relationship stuff, dynamics, even family.
Okay.
Like stuff like that. That would be
Let's put that in. Let's put that
really
in the notes.
fun to
Then.
do.
Let's put that in the notes.
Put this in the notes.
We actually had really good conversation when we were waiting for you. When we were talking about
I heard some.
The
things.
real show happened
I heard.
before you.
Yeah, I heard some stuff. I was wondering. I almost said, "Hey, I should bring this up," but I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and drop that one." Yeah, I heard that. I heard bits and pieces, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Wow, yeah, it was very interesting." It was very interesting. So I didn't bring it up, but no, I heard some of that.
Oh yeah. I don't
He
know.
always thinks-
I don't know you well enough.
He always
Audrina,
thinks
to
that I'm
tell you
like
to shut
always
up,
trying
but
to.
This one over here.
He always think I'm trying to be like, I don't know, mystical or not like not true. But I'm telling you, facts,
You're true, man. You're
I
true.
tell you real things, man. Real things.
I know
Real
things.
life things.
I know things.
Real life things, man.
I got you, man. I feel you.
No, you don't. Jeez.
Can't wait for losing that.
What's up, everybody? I ain't even talking. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Rayshawn B.
And I'm Shaka Shabazz.
And welcome to the Real Talk with Rayshawn and Shaka. Today we got a guest again.
Wait,
Yeah, this is
We
what we're
already did
doing.
this.
No, we're doing it again.
wait, why?
Because we're about to get on neuroscience and all our good stuff.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So we're Okay, all right.
Yeah, welcome back.
I'm
Welcome back to the show.
No one gave Audrina the memo.
And we just started. She's like,
So what's going on? Whoa, what did you can't do that?
Just
we can
happy
do
to be
it.
here.
We can do it. And we did it. Oh, before we get started, remember, share, like, subscribe, hit that button. You know what? Just so you know, we're going to give you a lot. If it's your first time here, we give you lots of facts, but even more opinions. He's the fact guy. I'm the opinion. But, you know, just join.
Fuck, I just ran out of gas.
Yeah, I did, didn't I? I did.
It was all
That's
just up there
I was,
for a minute.
I had my electric car going. I didn't charge that sucker last night. It's like, ooh, next time I'm gonna have a hybrid.
man.
Next time I'm gonna drive a hybrid so I can keep
Gotta have a
moving.
backup, man.
Yeah, man. I see now. Anyway, y'all see how it's gonna be. So just enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up? Did we say Audrina is on here, or did we just stop it because she know what's going on? Everybody, give it up for Audrina.
Hello, I'm back. Happy to be here.
Yes,
I
we're
love
happy.
it here. It's so fun.
I tell you one thing, it is so refreshing to have some femininity in the house.
Really? Is that why you wore lilac?
Oh, goodness.
No backdooring.
No, you
Shout out
straight up
Corey.
backdooring. No, you
Shout out
straight up
Corey Hope.
backdooring. You straight up backdooring.
Anyway,
a
it
word
is
you
nice
live
to
by.
have some femininity in here.
I can never say that word either.
Femininity. It's like magnanimous.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
too
hard.
complicated.
It's hard. Good to have a lady here. Say it for
All
Shaka.
good.
Say it, Shaka. Look
It's
at
all good.
Look at it get so cool.
It's all good.
Yeah.
I thought we were actually going to talk about something, but
Well, we are, man.
jokes ain't gonna stop.
Never. Never. Never, dog.
Just make this the fake joke segment of our program.
Oh, they're real jokes. They real life
No,
jokes.
they's fake jokes.
Anyway, so now we got all that out the way. Let's go ahead and get serious.
You know a nigga ain't gonna get serious when he announced he about to get serious.
And what do you mean by
About
that?
to get serious, y'all.
And what do you mean by
This
that?
shit about to be deep. We about to talk some deep shit right now.
Yeah. So why you friends, son? See how serious this is?
Yeah, you serious.
As a heart attack, B.
And change the whole dynamic.
Yeah, word is bond, son.
Audrina, save us from
It's
ourselves.
like,
Please, it's starting over again. We try. It's starting over again, just going down the wrong path.
oh goodness gracious.
Audrina, would you say to a person who is having historical conflicts with their parent?
That's a good question.
You like how I said that, historical conflict.
Yeah,
huh?
big words.
Yeah. Well, uncommon words. Not big.
Nobody ever uses historical.
I feel like I understand that a little too well, unfortunately. And I think it truly does depend on the situation, because it could stem from childhood and it could stem from adulthood. It could stem from lineages, so many patterns that haven't been broken, and then it comes to you and then you break it. So I think it really does all depend on the intensity of it. So I can only speak from my experience. I think when you have a dynamic like that with a parent, especially if it's a mother figure, because mothers are supposed to be more feminine and they're supposed to be more nurturing naturally. But when it's toxic with a mother, I think it's more detrimental to the child. So it's harder for me, a daughter, to be able to distinguish sticking up for myself in a toxic dynamic like that, because she's teaching me something completely different than what my body wants to do. So I think it's a little tough.
So in your case, then, at what? Because I mean, I guess when you're a child, you don't know what you don't know, right?
Yeah.
At what point do you feel like do the examples come in where you feel like this is incongruent to what it should be in the dynamic? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that some parents, be it age or their own experiences, they're just not equipped. Some people shouldn't have children, right? But they do. And they maybe dealing with their own conflicts, their own family stuff. I mean, mother-daughter, father-daughter issue or whatever. Then they find themselves with children and they're not equipped to raise a child. You know, in the ideal way that we would say a child should be raised, you know, nurtured, taken care of, attended to, things like that, right? I mean, obviously no parent is perfect.
Right.
But the basics is clear, right? You get to a certain point in your development that you're like, whoa, this is effed up, whatever it is. I mean, at that point, when you get to that point, what do you do with that?
Well, for
Or is
me,
there anything you can do as a child?
For me, I noticed that at a very young age. I noticed it, I think my first experience of like what my mom told me to do versus what I felt was wrong was probably around like 5 years old. And I couldn't compute what that meant. I just knew it felt wrong, but I did it anyways because that's my mom. And so that's just what happened for me because I didn't know any better. I didn't have another example. It was just me and her. I didn't have brothers or sisters. I had no other example but her. So I think for me personally, I had no choice but to follow whatever she taught, showed me examples and things like that because I had no one else to go by. So I stuck with those toxic and traumatic behaviors until adulthood. Like probably until I met my husband now is when everything kind of came out with how wrong and how much she like actually conditioned me to think and how much it affected my relationships now. And I only learned that because of therapy.
Right.
So yeah, for me, it was a lot more intense and different because it started so young and I just couldn't understand it. And then every time I tried to speak up for myself, like it just never went anywhere. So I learned that my voice doesn't matter. And I learned that sticking up for myself doesn't matter. And so it was hard for me to apply that to relationships growing up and with her.
Right.
So it was really, for me, I think it was a little bit different because of how young it started. And I just didn't know any better. I didn't have any other examples.
Well, I know for me, in observing, of course, I'm saying this with an adult mind, right?
Right.
Couldn't have articulated it as a kid growing up, but I saw my parents deal with all kinds of outside stimulus,
Oh, yeah.
things that made it what I would say today impossible for them to be full parents. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, for
You
sure.
know, knock on wood, drugs wasn't involved, but just life, you know, and to the point where ain't no way they were gonna be,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know, parents that was gonna pour into their children, you know, I'll just say it like this, all the good stuff, right? You know,
Right.
and just that be it. But growing up as a kid, you don't understand that. You don't, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Oh, yeah.
then you have your own resentments and, like you said, your own feelings about things and your resentments and whys and things like that. But when you become older and you kind of sit back and look at things, do you ever, I guess my question is, do you ever put yourself in your mother's shoes at any time and say,
100%.
like, you know, I mean, maybe some things are still unexcusable, I don't know,
Yeah.
but I'm saying, you know,
Yeah, 100%, because doing it as a child versus looking back at it now as an adult and going through my own journey of things of being a mom, I understand why for some things, but overall, now that I'm a mom, I still cannot imagine putting my kids through and teaching them the things that I was put through and
Yeah,
taught.
yeah.
I could not imagine doing that. And I feel like my kids now are the reason why I sought help and tried to understand myself and tried to do these things, and she never did that for me. And so I have a hard time with understanding it as an adult, because now that I understand it as an adult, I'm like, oh shit, this was actually way worse than I thought. Like all of these scenarios, and then I put myself in that scenario. Like if I did all of this to my kids, like, oh my God, I could not imagine that. I would feel terrible doing this to my children. Like I almost don't understand it even more for a lot of things. Some things I understand and can have compassion for, because ironically there has been some situations that have been the same, but I can have compassion without losing myself in the process. I can have compassion and still respect myself. And just because I have compassion for how she handled a situation doesn't mean it wasn't wrong. So it's kind of like a fine line, a good boundary to have.
I can't imagine what it'd be like as an adult. And Rayshawn, you still had your mother too. Sitting down as an adult and saying, Mom, you know, 2020, let's talk about that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever your feeling is about it, right? I mean, because my parents died when I was younger.
Yeah.
I was a young man when my mother passed. I was a teenager when my father died. So you learn things as you go on you're always learning something about your parents, I think.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, or do you even bother? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you even bother? Like, okay, that was her life. You know what I'm saying?
I think that
What's it to me, you know? unless it directly affected.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but I think that all depends on your relationship as adults. Like if I did have that relationship with my mom where I felt comfortable like asking her about her life and stuff like that, and without her like attacking me or it being a whole big thing.
being defensive.
Yeah,
or-
then I would totally ask about.
But could you do it without judgment, though?
Oh, absolutely.
You think? I don't know if I
Absolutely.
could. Like, I would try my best. Like, I would try my best, and maybe I would. I don't know.
I think for me is one thing that I've always been able to learn is there's so many different stories, so many different scenarios. You literally don't know the whole story ever.
yeah.
So I'm more lenient when it comes to being understanding with people, but that doesn't mean that I have to be dragged down with it. That doesn't mean I have
Yeah.
to do the same actions. That doesn't mean I have to follow in your footsteps.
But what you and your mom do is so personal, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, almost every decision,
Yeah.
especially both of you guys are single, what do you call it?
Only children.
Only children.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, everything directly affects you, like every decision, like, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's good or bad, like, you know.
And that's why it was so hard because like
There's no buffer.
I was the only one.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, why is it so hard for you to just like love me properly? Like you don't have anyone else to worry about but me.
Yeah.
Why am I not a priority? Why, so it was just even more detrimental on my end of things because I just, even as an adult, I just don't understand it.
I think a lot of that stemmed from the relationship with the dad, too, though.
Well,
Not for you personally. I mean, I'm just saying, like, generally speaking, when parents, especially mothers, have this disconnect with a child,
yeah.
and if the dad is not in the picture, I kind of feel like that, there's some underlying thing there,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Oh, I completely agree. I think she fights a lot of things that she's not willing to see, and I've just had to learn to accept that as an adult instead of trying to fight her on it. And so that's just it is what it is now. But like I said, I can have compassion and understanding, but it's still wrong. It was still wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. And directly affects you, too.
Yeah.
I mean, literally.
Oh yeah. I was
Yeah.
in a toxic relationship for 14 years because of what she taught me.
Yeah.
And that's not okay. So
Yeah.
I mean, I got two beautiful kids out of it, but it's still like just the dynamic of thinking that I had to put up with it for so long.
Yeah. And the person that you think you rely on the most is giving you the worst fucking advice.
Yeah, yeah. I made my therapist cry one session because I was just telling her everything like that. I don't even remember what I was talking about exactly, but she started crying because she's like, I can't imagine what mother would like make their child feel that way. Like
Yeah.
she's like, I can't believe you grew up feeling this way until now when you saw me, almost 30 years old. So it's just different. Every dynamic is different. Obviously, everyone has their own experiences and father figures factor, grandparents, there's just so many layers to something. It's like an onion. But for my personal experience, it was harder because I had no one else but her.
Why are mothers so much harder on their daughters?
I have no idea.
I wonder
They
if
will
they see
kick a
themselves
daughter
in their daughter. Like I hear a lot of mothers like, oh, my girl, and either you talk to the husband or you talk to somebody, be like, that's your mini-me. And they like, and it's like, yeah, that's why you're having a hard time because you're looking at yourself and the things that you may not like or the way that you react to something is coming back at you.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a different, I think it's a different hit,
Oh, yeah.
Mothers will kick their daughters out in a heartbeat, man. They'll keep a son forever.
I know, right?
I
They
would
love-
agree with that.
Oh, they love some son. They be
Oh,
doing,
yeah.
They'll put a daughter out in a heartbeat.
man, these mothers and
They're like, get it how you live, kick.
I would agree with that.
yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And it's always hard for me with these conversations because only child, but I was fortunate that my grandparents. So my mom was single, but
Yeah.
we lived right next door to my grandparents, and so I had my grandfather. I was like
Yeah.
his last son. So,
Yeah.
if I messed up in life, I really can't blame my mom. My
Right,
like I
right.
really had a peaceful, loving, like just
You had a village.
just a supportive community, like it was strict, it was all these things, but it was never a doubt of love, like that was never something that I could say. I remember telling my mom, going to black, it's like, she said, baby, you need to find you a nice light-skinned girl so you have some pretty brown babies. And I'm like, you don't like me, And I remember telling her about it. So as an older daughter, I said, Mom, I remember you said that. No, babe, I remember saying. I said, well, you said that. And she's like, I'm really sorry.
See, that's
And I'm
exactly
like,
what I'm talking
and then,
about.
And then
right
I was
there.
like,
coming back years later on something.
like
and-
we can talk. My mom was very open. I remember telling her I had sex, and I was like, babe, you did what? You skipped school to have sex? I tell you what, I don't want you doing that, but what I really don't want you doing is skipping school. Don't do that. And I was like, okay, but so she was, but yeah, when she apologized, I was like, damn. Now it's up to me to get it. Like, that wasn't what I
That's really
expected.
cool,
But it's
yeah.
real cool, So I'm always, I'm like super quiet because I'm like listening because I'm like, wow, like it makes it kind of come back like, man, these cats, if I fuck up, it's just this guy right here. So,
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm glad you had that experience. We just like, it just has gotten too far for too long. Like I had, it just, even with little things, not even just relationships, like the support wasn't there for when I needed it. Not saying it was never there ever, but like for the most part, if she didn't agree with it, if it didn't agree with her perspective and her values, then
That's what I was going to ask you. Was it attached to something when
I have no
you know
idea.
what I'm saying? When the help was there or the support was there?
The example I wanted to say is I had a miscarriage after my firstborn, and it really affected me so emotionally that I had no idea. Like it was my first one. I had no idea it was gonna make me feel that way. So about like 2 months afterwards, I was still like very upset, and I saw a baby commercial, and I just started crying. And she's like, "Why are you crying?" I was like, "I'm just really sad about like my miscarriage. The baby kind of triggered it." And she was like, "I thought we were over this already."
Oh.
So it's like things like that if she doesn't understand it and if it doesn't agree with her, like it's just those hits that I would take in my childhood all the time. And then it stemmed into the toxic relationship and, just so.
Was she trying to raise you tough? Was she trying to toughen you up or something?
No, I personally, I just don't think she couldn't see anything outside of herself.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I really do. I really feel like it was more of a selfish outlook
It
instead.
sounds like she wasn't ready to be a mother.
I don't think so. Yeah. No, I don't think so. And then the dynamic with like my stepdad was awful. Oh my gosh. So it's just like growing up with that, and then growing up with a mom like that when I needed emotional support, even as an adult, it really screwed me up.
Yeah.
So when I would like try to tell her things like your experience, it never went that way, like ever. So she's
I tried bringing some things up to my mom once, a few times.
How did that go?
It didn't go.
Didn't go well at all.
Oh no.
I don't think
There was always conflict. There
Yeah.
was always some conflict.
Oh,
But there was
yeah.
there's a lot of pain and resentment.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
My mother dealt with alcoholism was big in our house. So. And, of course, she struggled with alcoholism, but that dynamic, it blocks everything.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it blocks all reasoning. Like, you can come in and say, "Mom, I didn't like he yelled at me for, doing something crazy or whatever." And it's got like, if the alcohol is involved, there's no sensitivity about that. You know what I'm saying? Like there is just none. And then when that's not a factor, now you're dealing with an overpouring of emotion because of I would say today, like, overcompensating.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
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 Probably a little embarrassment in there too.
Right.
And just that seesaw back and forth at high and at low all the time.
Oh yeah, that's intense. And you probably had to grieve like 2 different people.
Absolutely.
So that makes it even more intense with resentment.
Yeah, 2 different people. But that's a result of demons that she was trying to cope with that, as a kid, you can't understand that.
Yeah.
You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So that's why I was asking you about, your mom, if she's dealing with, whatever the things are that she's dealing with, now she has to raise a child.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And she's not maybe coping with that. But then there's the other part of that too. With all that being said, I give grace with a lot of that. It's still a level of selfishness involved in it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's still a level of selfishness because you have these other people or this other person that you're responsible for now. So sometimes you're still in your own way.
You have a choice. Everyone has a choice for everything, and they might not be good choices. You might have shitty choices overall, and you have to still pick a shitty choice, but you're responsible for your own doing. You're responsible for your own growth. Like, children cannot carry that for you.
Yeah.
And if you don't learn to deal with your demons, and if you don't learn to cope and learn to be better, then your children are going to suffer from it. You're going to pass it to them.
Yeah.
And she just chose not to, and that's how people are. You have a choice. You can choose the harder path, but it will eventually lead to peace and freedom and so much love and abundance for your kids, or you can choose the other way and be selfish and do what you think is best and not even think about over here.
I think one day she's going to come to you and be like, Audrina, we need to talk.
Maybe. And if she does, that's fine. I'm not like, I don't hate her. I don't think I could ever hate her because I do understand to a certain extent. I just don't want to entertain and risk that kind of behavior for my life anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. All righty then. And on that note, Rashawn, thanks for contributing so much to the program.
I mean, this is
Your
something I had.
Your insight is,
You were amazing.
your insight is
Sometimes you have
impeccable.
to listen. Sometimes you just have to listen, and you have to let this be. You have to know when you need to listen.
All right, Rashawn.
I'm a great listener, sir.
Good, thank you.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe
I
to the
already
channel.
said that.
Hit that notification bell so you know when we're on.
I said
If you
that
have
too.
a comment, drop a comment.
I didn't say that.
You know what I'm saying? Let us know what you're thinking.
I'm talking now.
Thank you, Audrina, for coming on. Can't wait to have you
course.
back again.
I will be back.
Audrina, come every week.
better
Matter of fact, we
coming.
can take this guy out of here.
I will come all the time.
Oh, Audrina, he's going to be on another podcast, too. So.
Oh, you might need to bring you on that one with the young guys, and we're
With
gonna
the
talk
young
about
guys?
the young guys. Yeah. So one of my old clients, her son, he's in high school still, but they've come up with a natural soda. It's no carbonation, all natural sea moss,
cool.
sea salt, just super. It's a good soda too.
Wow.
And so it's called Who Knew. The company's called Who Knew, soda for human beings. And so they come up, and he's, this young boy, and she's like, yo, so it's so fun. But they just started a podcast, so I'm gonna have to get on there, and they like to talk about all the crazy stuff too. So
How fun.
where this guy doesn't come back in,
Yeah.
we'll be able to really talk and have some banter and
This
somebody,
guy. Who's the hell of this guy?
this guy.
Don't even give me a name, this guy. Wow.
Where Shaka doesn't speak back with us and have carry the conversation, we'll have some people that go,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just offer an opposing view. Yeah. All right. See y'all next week.
Everything.
Peace.